Yes, please tell me about yourself.
Yes, yeah, I am Saravanan Kaliyamurthy. Completed my MCA degree in
Mm-hmm.
Coimbatore
Mm-hmm.
and started my career as a Java programmer in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And now currently I'm working in Wipro Employers. This is my fourth company
Mm-hmm.
as a full stack developer.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly my responsibilities are running the agile ceremonies and doing the development activities, coordinating with the team and also managing members.
Okay, okay. So, what kind of technology you have used in your application?
It's Spring Boot, Angular,
Mm-hmm.
Spring Security. These are the major technologies. Yeah, Hibernate.
So, is Spring Security, how do you implement in your application? How to protect your application? Can you elaborate about that?
Yes, yes. Spring Security. We have like a security filter, web security filter.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like we'll configure that list of endpoints to be allowed in an authenticated way using that any request. Like we have that mapping, right? So
Mm-hmm.
list of like a CSS files, JS, and the login page. All those or can be accessible by anyone, and list of endpoints to be accessible only in authenticated way. Like we
Mm-hmm.
provide that wildcard pattern in the Spring Security filter, and list of patterns like URLs that needs to be authenticated only to the specific roles, like whether admin or manager kind
Mm-hmm.
of roles only. Like so, using those web security configure filter, like we'll restrict the endpoints
Mm-hmm.
in a different categories.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so JW token, how do you implement in Spring Security?
In the context of
JWT token.
okay, yeah, we are using that JWT token to generate whenever user try to log in with his credentials,
Mm-hmm.
and we are checking that authenticity of that token every time user try to access some resource in our endpoint, any of the endpoints.
Mm-hmm.
And in the token also, like yeah, as you mentioned, like we'll be using that pre-authorized annotation on the methods which we have. Only specific roles users can access that specific resource.
JW2 token, basically you place your username, user
Gender,
ID.
gender, body, yeah, all those.
So whatever is required, that parameter you pass in the
Payload.
JWT token and you pass through the header. So whenever you put the user ID and password, that user ID would be matched from the headers token. If that are valid, then proceed it for the further process.
Right, right. Yeah. Header, payload, and yeah, all those basic JWT
So headers,
functionality.
where you pass in header, you already told the filter chain, right?
Mm.
So in this filter chain security, inside you can set as a request or set header, you can pass here the token, and then you can get in the API side used to request or get header and get the token name, right?
Yeah, yeah, right.
So once you pass username, so that headers you validate with the headers the particular user's detail because of in header have a user detail. Hmm?
Yes, yeah.
So other part like that, how to you in Spring Security, because of you are using which version right now using Spring Security?
It's a 3.x.
3.x. So you have used user services,
User services.
user details. So whatever you have entity bean, so that entity bean data you manipulate into this user details and
Yeah.
implement into the user service accordingly. So it will interact with your database. Whatever role you have defined, so accordingly role and everything will be matched. If you want to restrict URI,
Mm.
API URL,
Mm.
you can restrict it,
Yeah. Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So this is a HTTP security. Inside the
Mm.
HTTP security, you can place it.
Mm.
You know CSRF.
Yes. Yeah. Cross
The,
domain
why I'm
filtering.
asking? Why I'm asking? Because of you are working in the banking domain. So it
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
main part of that.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yeah.
suppose I like to I ask to some question regarding to
Okay.
UI related. Because of for banking application, URI is a more vulnerable part of the application.
Mm.
So what way you will like that protect your UI?
Okay. We have list of few things I can explain.
Hmm.
So we are using that library CS to prevent that CSRF. What do you call that?
Hmm.
CSRF and parse request. Will restrict only. So I'm segregating a list of mine. Only CSRF like validation and
Hmm.
parse limitation and
Hmm.
rate limitation.
CSRF
For
means CRF means that is the token.
okay, yeah.
You generate the token, place into the page.
Mm.
Anyone altering your page, it will automatically sign off your application. Not
Application, yeah.
not would go entire the further process, right?
Yeah, right, right.
Because a token will identify the activity going on wrong, so it will be restricted.
Yeah.
Other part, uh,
Parse
suppose
configuration parse.
suppose you are using AngularJS, right?
Angular, yeah.
So AngularJS, you have service, model, controller, these things are there, right?
Not Angular JS, like we are using Angular, like next version of Angular, next version of
Okay, okay. So you
yeah.
are using to service and model, right?
Yeah, right, correct.
Means TypeScript,
Yeah, right.
TS. So
Yeah.
what is use of this TypeScript? Model service, I know that. Whatever
Yeah.
you have in model,
Mm.
so what is the use of this TypeScript? Suppose you have user.ts, you have defined lot of parameters.
Mm.
Okay, you want to, so why we defining this kind of parameter in AngularJS?
Okay, TypeScript basically it's a strictly typed JavaScript of version. Like we can provide the right type for each variable,
Mm-hmm.
and we can able to use ES6 and above feature like all the JavaScript features plus TypeScript features we can use it in TypeScript. And to create any model, like we can just create just an interface. Like example, if we want to create interface person, ID, name, role, it will automatically create getters and setters. And
No, no, no,
almost
no.
like
This is not my intention. My
okay,
intention. What is use of this? Because of this model, because of it is work as a storage.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Storage data you can implement inside the service.
Mm. Yeah,
Okay,
component and service. Yeah,
component and service.
yeah.
So similar way,
Mm.
you want to protect UI means CSS and HTML, all kind of things you want to protect it, right?
Yeah.
So you can make it as a REST API. You directly call to REST API, set into your model, that your HTML page will be show into the UI. So these things would not be altered anyone because of this is server side. This is the more secure page comparison to if you are writing HTML template something and integrating your service component inside this, right? Service
Yeah.
and model component. So you just call to service into the HTML page, so that only write a simple page, simple HTML, and call your all API. API will set the all HTML which is called from the REST API accordingly.
Yeah.
If you want anything changed, you just take the template from your database and you can reset your CSS and everything, whatever you want to change it. Because of these are the banking applications, so that's why I asked to you, because of you are working in the banking application.
Yeah.
So next question to you regarding Spring Boot. So in Spring Boot, why Spring Boot use instead of Spring Framework?
Instead of
Spring Framework, Spring MVC, Spring
okay.
Framework. You know Spring Framework.
Yeah, yeah, right.
So why we are using Spring Boot instead of Spring Framework?
Okay, why we are using Spring instead of Spring Boot? So Spring Boot, it's developed on top of Spring. That all we know that.
Mm-hmm.
And Spring Boot provides us like a list of dependencies to start and run the basic setup with the minimum configuration, and so that we can start implementing our business logic over there, and
Uh-huh.
allow us to develop applications either by web or without web, like console based, like command based applications, web based applications. All those applications can be developed with the minimal configuration and on top of Spring. And
You you
they provide starter jars for every requirement.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you have worked on any cloud services?
Cloud services, I'm just putting my hands on AWS, but yeah, still I have a way to learn more. Started
So
with
suppose
Amazon.
you
Yeah.
want to integrate your Spring Boot application in cloud. So what process you will follow?
Okay. In the Docker, yeah, basically in Docker and AWS we just started. So just whatever I know in Docker and AWS, I'll just put my thoughts on it now.
Hmm.
So in the Docker level, we'll create a Docker file, and so we'll configure list of dependencies needed for that Docker image in the Docker file,
Mm-hmm.
and build that Spring Boot application as a jar or var based on the requirement,
Mm-hmm.
and pack that in the Docker files to be converted into a Docker image, and we will ship that Docker image to the respective environments,
Mm-hmm.
and there using that Docker ID, we will pull and run it on our respective environments. This is in respective of Docker. In AWS, we have Elastic Beam Stack where we can run the application as a Java application itself, and we have a EC2 where we can install the Java in that EC2 instance, and we can configure Amazon RDS with that, and we can map that database with EC2 from RDS, and we can run it as a like a console based application, and we can access it
Okay, okay,
using
okay, okay,
yeah,
got it, got it, got
yeah.
it. You have any idea about Kubernetes?
Kubernetes, yeah, it is also, yeah, I have some basic idea only, like I have not I have a deep knowledge on it,
No,
like
so
Kubernetes.
Kubernetes basically
Yeah.
what will do that? It is working for the clustering.
Yeah.
Clustering means you have multiple image, you want to put in the one umbrella, so you can use to Kubernetes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kubernetes
Yeah.
have command, so you map the all images, image ID, and because of this have command and user ID, whatever have, so it will map to the all images into the Kubernetes. Okay, OpenShift, you know the OpenShift pod, no idea.
No idea. Like, yeah, just I know that Kubernetes is used in aligned with the Docker images and to manage multiple
Suppose you
images of
you
Docker.
are
Yeah.
you are using Kubernetes,
Mm.
so you can map with the OpenShift. OpenShift have the mappers.
Okay.
Inside the all mappers, what will do that? It will create the pods. Pods means it is as a server.
Okay.
So here you can all think you can monitor through the OpenShift.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, mm, you know CI/CD pipeline.
Yes. We are using Jenkins. Yeah.
Okay. So how do deployment process initiate? Suppose you are using the Jenkins.
Okay.
Hmm. CI/CD pipeline, how it will work?
Basically, in the context of like we'll configure the Jenkins file with respective to the project, and
Hmm.
in that Jenkins file will provide like list of stages to be displayed in the Jenkins pipeline,
Hmm.
like the compile, build, deploy, sonar cube. All the stages we will list of stages we needed for our build pipeline. We will provide in the Jenkins file.
Hmm.
Once it is done, it will be in the Jenkins. Be able to see that list of branches available in that repository.
Hmm.
As well as, yeah, we have to configure this project in Jenkins also, like using that Bitbucket link.
Hmm.
And once those integration layers done, like we can see that project and list of branches based on the configuration. Like we can filter out also the list of branches. And once this integration is done, basic integration is done, we can start using it in the Jenkins, and we
So
can see.
Jenkins basically what will do that? Jenkins will extract the data, extract the code from the
That Bitbucket, yeah.
Bitbucket or Git, whatever you
Git,
have.
whatever, yeah, yeah.
So once they will do generate the jar file, and thereafter it will initiate the deployment process like that Docker,
Mm.
Kubernetes,
Yeah.
and what location need to be
All the
placed. So all kind of things
we can
would be
configure it.
done automatically.
Yeah.
So here what to be do? Here need to be make it as a one deployment configuration for the all application through the
Application. Yeah.
Jenkins.
Yeah.
In suppose you have 100 multiple uh, microservices.
Mm.
Okay, so
Okay.
it is not feasible to one by one deploy, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So here deployment process like that, you configuration, everything you can manage through one deployment tool. So once the var will generate, it will call to automatically the deployment configuration.
Mm.
Deployment configuration, identify the particular jar and associate dockers. It will pick up the jar and place into the docker, and if you have managed the unit test cases, it will
Mm.
also check the unit test cases. If
Yeah.
you have used some code quality concept you
Quality
have
checks. Yeah.
configured, so it will go into the code quality configuration and check the code quality, everything and fine, then will finally go to the particular space area where that particular jar need to be deployed.
Deployed. Yeah. Right. So that's what we are doing. Yeah. We have centralized repository. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it will push the artifact, final artifact. It will be pushed to the respective
So
repository.
I am just asking to, I am expecting to from you, but I am telling you, right?
No, no. Like this we are doing on day-to-day activities. Like this is what I'm trying to explain actually. But
Okay, so now I just moving to in Java. So in Java, so you what version right now using?
17.
So you aware about Java 8?
Yes, Java 8. Yeah.
So optional class is a final class or what do you think about the optional class?
Optional class. I think it's the interface, right? Optional.
No, no, this is the class.
No. Okay. Optional dot of. Yeah, I can say the final class in the case session. I could not recall it here, but I know the usage of the optional. But
So what is use of optional?
yeah, use of optional like to handle the null pointer exception like efficient way. Like
Because
we
of
can.
exception is a one part, another part.
Like to
Suppose
handle the null values properly, like if
just
you have.
I give you one example.
Mm,
Suppose you are writing
mm,
a method return type as a optional. Okay,
yeah. Okay.
you are returning optional
Mm,
and you have implemented the business component and return as a optional value.
optional. Yeah.
So what is mean of this?
So here, if one of the method return optional, I can get the optional object from the return type, and
Hmm.
I can check. Yeah, like using that is present, I can check whether it is not null and the value inside that optional object is exist or not. Once that is satisfied the condition, then I can go ahead and use the get method to get the respective object from that optional return
Okay.
type.
You know collect and collectors.
Yeah, collectors. Yeah.
So what is difference between collectors and collect method?
Okay.
You know in Java 8.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So they are used in conjunction with streams. Like when we have a stream object,
Hmm.
once we did some filtering or mapping, at end we can use the collect method. It is terminal operation, and inside the collect method, we can mention on what type of data structure we want. Like inside collect, we can mention collections dot to list or collections dot to set or to map. So collections, sorry, collectors dot to list, sorry, collectors dot to list.
Okay,
So
okay,
yeah.
okay. You know flat map. When
Yes.
used to flat map.
Yeah, flat map we can use when we have like a list of objects. Like we have more than one layer of structure of data, like stream of stream objects or list objects. On those cases, we can use flat map to flat down the structure of those data, and we can perform our operation, whether iteration or processing, whatever.
Okay. So um, you know between what I can say, um, parallel stream and sequential stream, what is difference?
Okay, sequential stream, parallel stream. Basically, sequential stream, like they are executed in the way it means like the sequential order, like one by one, like first complete one, then go to next, then next. But parallel stream will use of effective use of that uh, re- uh, the processor in our system. It will concurrently it will run the execution, like process the instructions in a concurrent way, then provide us the results.
Okay.
Parallel stream.
So what do you know about abstract class and interface?
Is it actor class? So I am not looking.
Abstract class and interface.
Abstract class. Okay, okay. Okay, abstract class, like when we want to provide some common logic within the base class, and it is not yet completed, and when we want all related classes to be extend that abstract class and provide their own implementation.
In abstract class.
Yeah, abstract class,
And
like
interface.
when like one or more unrelated classes needs to extend implement some interface, like we can go for interface, and we want to have some uh, public, like by default interface will allow only abstract methods, and when we want to have some public fields, like basically abstract, when the correlated classes can extend one single abstract class and provide their own implementation out of abstract class, and they also can have their own method. But interface, like when uh, so, so unrelated class can implement a specific feature when they are not aware of each other, and they can go ahead with interface oriented.
So suppose I will tell you as per the Java 8,
Yeah, yeah,
you have interface, we have
okay,
default method. Okay.
yeah,
Default method, default void get method, for example. This is fully implemented. Here I given the system out dot println interface method. Okay.
mm, mm,
And class, create a class A extend to interface like that B. Okay, the interface
okay,
name is a B.
okay,
I am just calling
mm,
to default method as a public void get.
mm,
Here I am printing system out dot println class method. Okay.
okay,
So inside the main method I am creating the object of the interface B is equal to new A. Okay.
yeah, okay,
A
okay,
means interface not have a object, so that's why I am initializing to interface B is equal to new A.
yeah, yeah,
So B dot get method. So which
okay.
method will call first?
First, it will call from that if B overridden, like implemented that interface method, it
Hmm.
will take up the class method from the A class.
Hmm.
If A class does not provide a specific implementation for
Hmm.
the default method,
Hmm.
it will get called from that interface level.
Okay, so it will call a class level, right? Class
Yeah.
method. Okay, okay. So you know about the Java, you know about uh, database side JPA. You have worked on JPA.
Yes, JPA Hibernate. Yeah.
Which situation we use to many to one relational annotation at the rate many to one.
Okay. Say for example, when author has or when publisher two books, we can say for example,
Mm.
one publisher has published many books,
Mm-hmm.
so in those case we can use that or many books has one publisher, so vice versa actually,
No,
has
you
one publisher.
just to give the example as a programmatically. What I am
Okay,
expecting.
okay,
Suppose you have list of data. You want to map a entity class,
yeah, yeah,
entity object.
yeah,
Okay. So here used to many to one
yeah,
means list of data just as a entity type. Okay.
mm,
Entity just as a account or user. So
yeah,
list of user, we want to identify the specific user detail. So here will be as a many to one because of
yeah,
have a list of data, or you can say map data, or you can say set data. Okay.
data, yeah, yeah.
And
So
one
I can
have
take
a
a book entity. I can say that book entity,
book
which
entity
has
and a list of book entity. So list of book entity
mm,
is a many, because of many entity data have in the list. Okay,
List, yeah, yeah,
and we want to map with the one entity, means I want to check your particular your detail. This is the query concept, many to one. That's
many
why
to one,
we
yeah,
are using to
yeah,
correlate many record with the one record.
yes,
This way you give the answer.
yeah.
So cluster index, unique index, in database, you have idea about that?
Yeah, cluster index, yeah, I have ideas basically like a cluster index or basically one more.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I got lost a bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, please tell me about it.
Yeah, let me reshare my screen once.
No, don't share screen here. Not a required.
Not again. Okay, okay, fine, fine.
Yeah.
Actually, the app asked me to share. Okay, okay. Okay, let me go to video feed again. It is loading. Just a minute.
Yeah, if you want share, you can share, not a problem.
Actually, it is forcing me. Let me share. Yeah,
Oh yeah, share, not a
yeah.
problem. Okay, so I am asking another question to you.
Okay, okay,
You know what is difference between foreign key and primary key?
okay. Primary key is a constraint applied on a table level where
Mm.
a column needs to be unique on that table,
Mm-hmm.
and so that we can try to get the data using that primary key by unique identifier. And
Mm-hmm.
foreign key, uh, when a table refer data from the another
Mm-hmm.
table's primary key, we can use that foreign key. Like,
Mm-hmm. Okay. How many types of joins?
okay, how many types of join? Left join, right join, inner join. So
Mm-hmm.
the majorly three joins, and outer join I haven't got a chance to use it, but these three joins are primarily used with
Okay.
left, right, out, inner. Yeah.
Okay, so the last question, you are able to see this screen, programming screen?
No, coding tab I can
Yeah,
see.
yeah, coding. Here I have written the list, array of list, A, B, C, A, B, D, G.
I cannot see. It is like disable. The, it shows the option is not activate.
No, I think you are able to see because just, just,
It says this will be active once interviewer adds a question.
okay, active, just 1 minute.
Okay. same for me, sir. Let me try to.
You see
Yeah.
Java 8, this is editor. You are able
No,
to see the editor?
no. Actually, I have two tabs. Video feed coding. When I switch to coding, it prompts me that this option is not active yet. This will be active once interviewer adds a question.
No, I have added question. You just click on that. You write the code by using Java 8.
But I'm not able to put my uh, text inside the tab. Actually, it is kind of disabled state. I think I'm sharing my screen. You can able to see that the same what I'm
Okay,
seeing.
okay,
I'm
okay.
not able to edit it.
No, you just go on the select in the drop down Java 8. You able to see and above drop down Java 8. Java 8.
This option itself not activate. It says I'm not able to do any mouse oriented action here. The whole window is kind of deactivate mode for me.
You see now?
No, still. Shall I refresh my screen or once again?
You
One time?
refresh now, refresh.
Yeah. Sorry.